At 80 years old, I've seen more sunrises than I can count. Today, we're tackling a burning question. Why are so many older men embracing the single life? Is it freedom or fear? Having walked this path myself, I'll share insights from both sides of the fence. We'll explore the sweet taste of independence and the bitter sting of solitude. So, pull up a chair and lend an ear. 8 decades of living have taught me a thing or two about love, loss, and the art of flying solo. Let's dive in. The landscape of modern relationships. The world has changed, my friends. Relationships aren't what they used to be. We've seen revolutions in technology, society, and human interaction. Dating apps have replaced dance halls. Social media has redefined courtship. The rules we once knew? They've been rewritten. Women have rightfully claimed their independence. They're CEOs, world leaders, and trailblazers. This shift has reshaped relationship dynamics. Traditional roles have blurred. Expectations have evolved. It's a new playing field, and many of us are still learning the rules. Technology has brought us closer, yet pushed us apart. We can connect with anyone, anywhere, anytime. But genuine connections? Those are rarer than ever. We're more connected, yet more isolated. It's a paradox of our times. Common reasons. Older men stay single. 1. Scars from past relationships. Past hurts shape future choices. For many older men, the ghosts of failed relationships loom large. Divorces, in particular, leave lasting marks. Financial devastation often follows divorce. Alimony payments stretch into retirement years. Hard-earned savings, meant for golden years, are split in half. Starting over financially at 60 is daunting. The prospect of risking it all again? Terrifying. Emotional scars run deeper than financial ones. Trust, once broken, is hard to rebuild. The pain of betrayal lingers. The joy of companionship fades in memory, overshadowed by the agony of loss. These men aren't just avoiding new relationships. They're protecting themselves. It's not cowardice, it's self-preservation. They've learned through harsh experience that love can hurt. The potential reward no longer seems worth the risk. Death of a spouse creates a different kind of scar. Grief doesn't follow a timeline. For some, the thought of replacing a lifelong partner feels like betrayal. Others find the energy required to build a new relationship overwhelming. These experiences fundamentally alter one's view of relationships. What once seemed essential, partnership, romantic love, now feels optional, even risky. Singlehood becomes a safe harbor in the storm of emotions. It's not always a conscious choice. Subconscious defenses, built up over years, create invisible barriers. These men aren't necessarily bitter. They're cautious, wary of repeating past mistakes. The impact extends beyond romantic relationships. Many become hesitant in friendships too. The fear of loss, of vulnerability, touches all aspects of life. Isolation can become a comfort zone, a place where no one can hurt them again. Yet, it's crucial to recognize that these scars, while influential, don't have to be permanent. Healing is possible, but it requires time, often more time than many feel they have left. 2. The comfort of established routines. Many older men have learned to enjoy solitude. What once might have felt lonely now feels peaceful. They've found ways to meet their social needs, friends, family, community involvement, without the complexities of a romantic relationship. There's freedom in this solitude. Freedom to pursue hobbies without justification, to spend money without consultation, to plan the day without compromise. This independence becomes precious, hard to give up. It's not selfishness, it's self-knowledge. These men have spent decades learning what makes them happy, what keeps them balanced. The thought of disrupting this hard-won equilibrium for a new relationship? It often doesn't seem worth it. Moreover, the energy required to adapt to a new person is significant. Learning new habits, accommodating another's preferences, it's exhausting at any age. For older men, it can feel overwhelming. This comfort in routine extends beyond the home. Weekly golf games, monthly poker nights, volunteer commitments, these form the backbone of many older men's social lives. Renegotiating these to accommodate a new relationship seems like too high a price. 3. Health and physical concerns. As men age, health becomes a central concern. Chronic conditions, heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, become unwelcome companions. These aren't just inconveniences. They shape how men view themselves as potential partners. The fear of being a burden is real and powerful. Many older men worry about becoming dependent on a partner for care. They've seen friends become full-time caregivers. It's not a role they want to impose on someone else. Sexual health concerns loom large. Erectile dysfunction, decreased libido. These issues strike at the heart of masculine identity. The thought of navigating these sensitive topics with a new partner? Anxiety-inducing at best, terrifying at worst. Physical changes affect self-image. Weight gain, loss of muscle tone, wrinkles. Society's emphasis on youthfulness can leave older men feeling less attractive, less desirable. The vulnerability required to expose these perceived flaws to a new partner can feel overwhelming. Energy levels aren't what they once were. The demands of dating, late nights, social events, new activities, can seem exhausting rather than exciting. Many older men find their energy is better spent on established relationships and pursuits. Mental health plays a role too. Depression and anxiety are not uncommon in later years. These conditions can make the prospect of forming new relationships seem overwhelming. Managing one's own mental health leaves little room for the emotional demands of a new partnership. Many men worry about becoming a burden later, even if they're healthy now. It seems unfair to enter a relationship knowing that caregiving may be in the future. 4. Financial considerations. Money matters, especially in later years. After decades of working and saving, financial stability becomes a hard-won prize. Many older men are loath to risk it. Retirement planning is a delicate balance. Carefully crafted financial strategies don't easily accommodate a new partner. Merging finances, adjusting long-term plans. It's complex and potentially risky. Many men have already established detailed plans for their assets, often with children or grandchildren in mind. Revising these plans to include a new partner, and potentially their family, can seem overwhelming. There's a cherished financial autonomy in being single. The ability to make financial decisions without consultation, to spend or save as one sees fit, is highly valued. Many older men have come to appreciate this independence and are reluctant to compromise it. The desire to leave a financial legacy plays a role. Many hope to leave something for their children, grandchildren, or favorite charities. There's often concern that a new relationship could impact these legacy goals. 5. Shrinking social circles and dating challenges. The social landscape changes dramatically with age. Friends couple up, move away, or pass on. The workplace, once a source of social interaction and potential romantic connections, becomes less relevant post-retirement. The modern dating landscape is foreign territory for many older men. Online dating, with its profiles, apps, and unwritten rules, presents a steep learning curve. The etiquette of digital communication, texting, social media, can feel alien. Physical limitations can make traditional dating activities challenging. Health issues or reduced mobility might rule out certain date ideas. Energy levels may not support the active social life dating often requires. Fear of rejection can be particularly acute. Years of single life may have eroded confidence in one's appeal as a romantic partner. The vulnerability required to put oneself out there romantically can feel more daunting than it did in younger years. For those long out of the dating scene, there's often a sense of having forgotten how to date. The skills of flirtation, romantic conversation, building intimacy, these may feel rusty or lost entirely. Integrating a new partner into an established life presents its own challenges. Introducing someone to adult children, to long-standing friend groups, to carefully cultivated routines, all of this requires energy and carries the risk of disruption. In conclusion, These 5 factors, past relationship traumas, comfort in routines, health concerns, financial considerations, and social dating challenges, intertwine to create a powerful motivation for older men to embrace singlehood. Each reason alone is significant. Combined, they present a formidable case for solo living in later years. It's crucial to understand that these aren't just excuses. They're valid, deeply felt concerns based on life experience and careful consideration. For many older men, the potential benefits of a new relationship simply don't outweigh the perceived risks and required energy. This doesn't mean these men are unhappy or unfulfilled. Many find deep satisfaction in their independence, their established relationships with family and friends, and their personal pursuits. Singlehood for them isn't a consolation prize. It's a conscious choice, a lifestyle that offers comfort, stability, and freedom in their golden years. The hidden benefits of singlehood. Singlehood isn't all doom and gloom. Far from it. It's a canvas for personal growth. We have time to explore our interests, to delve into hobbies we've always wanted to try, to read, to learn, to grow. Every day is an opportunity for self-discovery. Friendships take on new depth when we're single. We invest more in our platonic relationships. We build a chosen family. These connections can be just as fulfilling, sometimes more so, than romantic partnerships. They offer support without the complications of romance. There's a spiritual aspect to solitude. It allows for deeper self-reflection. We can ponder life's big questions without distraction, meditate on our purpose, connect with our inner selves. It's a journey inward that many partnered individuals never get to take. The challenges of staying single. Let's not sugarcoat it. Loneliness can be a fierce opponent. There are nights when the silence is deafening, days when we long for a hand to hold. It's a natural human need, connection. Fighting against it can be exhausting. As we age, practical concerns arise. Who will care for us when we're ill? Who will make decisions if we're incapacitated? The lack of a built-in support system can be daunting. It requires foresight and planning that couples might take for granted. Companionship goes beyond romance. It's about shared experiences, inside jokes that span decades, a shoulder to lean on during tough times, the simple joy of a shared meal. These are the things that single life can lack. The absence can be felt deeply. Finding balance. Relationships in later life. It's time to redefine our expectations. Love at 80 doesn't look like love at 18. It's not about racing hearts and butterflies. It's about companionship, understanding, and shared values. It's deeper, richer, more nuanced. We need to adjust our lenses to see it clearly. Companionship comes in many forms. It doesn't have to be a spouse. It could be a close friend, a neighbor, even a pet. The key is opening ourselves to these connections, recognizing their value, nurturing them with the same care we'd give a romantic partner. Social connections are vital, regardless of relationship status. Join clubs, volunteer, attend community events, engage with the world around you. These interactions keep us young at heart. They provide purpose, joy, and a sense of belonging. Practical advice for older single men. Health is wealth, my friends, especially as we age. Stay active, both physically and mentally. Regular exercise keeps the body strong. Mental challenges keep the mind sharp. Don't neglect regular checkups. Prevention is always better than cure. Cultivate meaningful relationships. Invest time in your friends and family. Be the uncle who never misses a birthday. The friend who's always there in a crisis. These relationships will sustain you. They'll provide the emotional support you need. Stay engaged with life. Pursue new interests. Learn a language. Take up painting. Travel to places you've always dreamed of. Life doesn't stop because we're single or older. Each day is a gift. Unwrap it with enthusiasm. Explore new horizons. The world is constantly changing. Embrace it. Try new technologies. Engage with younger generations. Their perspectives can be refreshing, challenging. It keeps us young, adaptable, and relevant. Personal reflections. My own journey through singlehood has been a winding path. There were times of intense loneliness, moments when I questioned my choices, but there were also periods of profound peace, of self-discovery, of freedom. 8 decades have taught me this. Happiness is not a destination. It's not something we find in another person. It's a state of mind, a choice we make every day. Whether single or partnered, our joy is our own responsibility. I've learned to find contentment in my own company, to appreciate the small moments, the quiet mornings, the freedom to pursue my passions. But I've also learned the value of reaching out, of staying connected to the world around me. To my fellow older men contemplating the single life, it's okay to be cautious, to take your time. But don't let fear close your heart entirely. Remain open to the possibilities life offers. You never know what or who might be around the corner. For those embracing singlehood, cherish your independence. But don't isolate yourself. Cultivate rich, meaningful connections. They're the fabric of a life well lived. Remember, it's never too late to learn, to grow, to love. To the younger generations watching, don't fear growing older. Don't fear being alone. With the right mindset, both can be beautiful experiences. They offer opportunities for growth and self-discovery that are truly priceless. In the end, whether single or partnered, the most important relationship is the one you have with yourself. Nurture it. Respect it. Love yourself fiercely. Everything else is a bonus. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you chosen the single life? Are you contemplating it? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your story might just help someone else on their journey. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please comment 9 below. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss our next video.